Hi there, this is Teacher Sansao here. Today we are going to learn about the present simple. Remember, our last video we spoke about the verb to be in the present, but today we are going to look into the other verbs apart from the verb to be. So the other verbs like play, go, come, teach, understand, etc., etc. Before we look into our examples here, before we look at the structure of the present simple, it is wise to say that the present simple is used in many situations in English. For example, a very permanent situation. I live in Canada. This is permanent. I live in Canada. We also use in routines. For example, I wake up at 7 o'clock. As I said before, permanent situation. What is true? For example, I teach English. I normally teach English. Something that is true. The present simple usage is very important in English because we use it a lot. We use it for things that are permanent, things that are true, things like habit. We use it for routine, like daily routine. For example, I wake up at 7 o'clock. We have to understand the structure of the present simple before we use it. And there are many mistakes, many errors that English students make. We have to see and identify how to make a negative and how to make a question and even how to make the positive sentence. So if I tell you I teach English, I normally teach English, it's true. But if you come with me right now and we see the first example, I play the guitar, so we've used I. But we can also use you play the guitar, or we play the guitar, or they play the guitar. But I've chosen I play the guitar. Now this sentence is very simple. I play the guitar. And then the second one, they like oranges. On that side, in the positive or affirmative, we can use with all personal pronouns. I play the guitar, you play the guitar, we play the guitar. So this is positive. When it comes to the negative sentences, then we're going to use the same sentences. We need the auxiliary verb plus not, which is the negative. So the sentence in the affirmative, I play the guitar, then the sentence in the negative, I do not play the guitar. This do not, we can abbreviate it as I don't play the guitar, for example. I don't play the guitar. Okay? Then our second example is they do not like oranges. The original sentence, they like oranges. Here in the negative, we need the auxiliary do to make the negative plus not. So we start with the personal pronoun, they do not like oranges. They do not like oranges. We could say, I do not like oranges. I could say, we do not like oranges, and so on. You do not like oranges. Remember, we can have the short form, which is I don't like oranges, or they don't like oranges, we don't like oranges, etc., etc. Our next section is the question. Now, the same sentence, I play the guitar. Do I play the guitar? Once again, do I play the guitar? Here too, like before in the negative, in the questions, we also need the auxiliary do. Do comes before the personal pronouns. Do I play the guitar? I could also say, do they play the guitar? Do we play the guitar? Do you play the guitar? And the answer could be, yes, I do. Remember, yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Do they like oranges? Do they like oranges? Do we like oranges? Do I like oranges? Do you like oranges? Question. Before the personal pronoun, we have the auxiliary verb do. Very quickly, let us recap. I play the guitar. I don't play the guitar. Or I do not play the guitar. If we use the long form. If we use the short form, then I don't play the guitar. Question. Do you play the guitar? Do I play the guitar? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Do they like oranges? Yes, they do. Or no, they don't. Now, let us move to this side. Here we have he, she, it, the third person of singular. On this side, we have I, you, we, they. And here we have he, she, it. Once again, the first section, positive. When we face he, she, it, we need to change the verb. So the verb has something extra, an S, for example. We have many other examples that are exceptions of this rule, and that we will learn in the near future. But today, you see, we need to add S in the third person of singular. He, she, it. And let us see the examples. He plays the guitar. She likes oranges. The original form of the verb to play, to like, here we have an S. It writes well. The marker. It for things, remember? Okay. Now, to make the negative of this side here, he, she, it, we also need an auxiliary verb. But not do. Yes, does. He does not play the guitar. This is the negative. The auxiliary verb does plus not. In a very short form, we would say he doesn't play the guitar. She does not like oranges, the second example. She doesn't like oranges, short form. Long form, she does not like oranges. And then we have the last example here with the negative. It does not write well. It does not write well. But there's something strange here. The verbs went back to their original form. The S disappeared. The S disappeared here. In the positive or affirmative, we have S. S, S with all verbs. But here, because we've used the auxiliary verb does, then we drop the S's. We use the verb as it is in its original form. So, he doesn't play. We cannot say he doesn't plays. We cannot say she doesn't likes. We have to say she doesn't like. He doesn't play. It doesn't write well. Not writes. Then the last one, questions, we also need this auxiliary verb does to make the questions. Okay? So the example, does he play the guitar? Remember once again, the same rule applies here. The one we used in the negative, it applies with questions. So no S's. We need the auxiliary does. And the verbs, no S's. No S in play, like and write. Examples. Does he play the guitar? Example. Does she like oranges? These questions can be answered. For example, does he play the guitar? Yes, he does. Or no, he doesn't. Does she like oranges? Yes, she does. Or no, she doesn't. Remember, we use the present simple for permanent things, habits, things that are true, permanent things, routines, etc., etc. Make sure that you can identify the positive, negative, and question of the present simple. No verb to be here. Here we have the other verbs. For example, to play, to teach, to come, to write, to like, and many other verbs. Let's recap. This side, the affirmative sentence. As you can see, I play the guitar. The same sentence in the negative. I need an auxiliary verb do. I don't play the guitar. With questions, before the personal pronoun, I have do again. Do I play the guitar? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you play the guitar? Do they play the guitar? Do they play the guitar? Yes, they do. No, they don't. On this side, he, she, it. He plays the guitar. It's our first example. Negative. She doesn't play the guitar. You need the auxiliary verb does and not to make a negative sentence. Question. Before the personal pronoun he, she, it, you also need does to make the question. For example, does he play the guitar? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. For today's everything. I shall see you next time. Thank you.